Hello, John Crooks here with an introduction to this series of presentations on pitch systems in tonal music. This series is a part of the course requirements for Musicianship 15 A, B, and C, which is a requirement for music majors at UC Irvine. What we're going to be doing is learning a little bit about the mathematics behind the tonal pitch system. Now, people around the world use the tonal pitch system to organize the pitches in music. And many of us, especially if we already have studied music, are familiar with the idea of a major or minor sound, of keys and scales and tonic, subdominant, and dominant triads. Well, these things obviously came about through a long period of research and development of pitch systems that has taken place over the last several hundred or even thousand or so years. Tonal pitch space is what we are using in much of our popular and classical music, and while there are many different ways to organize pitch, this surely is one of the more prevalent around the world. Music theory classes often start from a point of understanding how tones interact within this system. What this series is about is the background of this system. What are the mathematics of a scale, of a triad, and of the various structures that we use to define tonal pitch spaces? That is what we're going to be talking about, and it will be very interesting to discover that frequencies form ratios, and that these ratios really help us to understand and parse music, especially a ratio called the octave, which forms a 2-to-1 ratio. So we will get more in depth with this and find out some interesting and simple ideas, and also get into some more complicated ideas about how tonal pitch systems and tonal pitch works. One thing to keep in mind is that sometimes this will seem rather esoteric, and in fact it is. This isn't material that is normally covered in even undergraduate music theory classes. But what we are talking about is really the nuts and bolts of how music is laid out for many, many different styles of music. And an understanding of this can be empowering in terms of our relationship to the music we make, and also understanding that there are many ways to tune and think about how pitch is used musically. And we don't have to take for granted or accept what is presented to us, for instance, in the piano or in a computer MIDI keyboard. We can, as a matter of fact, develop any kind of pitch system we want to. And I hope that this series of presentations will be illuminating about the tonal pitch system and inspiring to some people perhaps to develop their own system for tuning instruments. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day.